Here is a ChatGPT business idea that no one is talking about. And in this video, I am going to show you step by step how to set up this business. And if you stick around till the end, I'll even show you how to scale this business with automation and possibly make 100K per month recurring revenue with a simple solution that you can hand over to a virtual assistant. Hi, my name is Mohammed Asmal and I am an AI-powered digital marketer. And my goal is to help you leverage the power of AI to boost your marketing efforts and ultimately create a better life for yourself and for your family. One of the most common questions I get on my social media channels is, how can I make money with ChatGPT? Now, firstly, I want to give you a reality check. The truth is, ChatGPT cannot make you money. However, it can help you to solve problems which can help you to make money. So instead of thinking that ChatGPT can make you money and that it is some kind of magic tool, you should actually be looking for problems to solve and see if ChatGPT can help you to solve those problems. Every successful business solves problems. Example, Amazon allows you to purchase anything that you want and get it delivered to you in no time. So they have solved the problem of speed by getting things to you as soon as possible. And we know in this day and age, everyone wants things instantly. So look for gaps in the market and see if you can create a solution. And it doesn't have to be revolutionary. You can actually solve problems that are already being solved. Just do it better. And always remember to check if there is a market for the problem that you are trying to solve. There is no use coming up with a genius idea that needs solving, but you don't have a market for it. So in this video, I'm going to show you an example of a problem that needs solving and how we can use ChatGPT to solve this problem. Go to any auto dealer vehicle listing and have a look at their description. You will notice that majority of them have terrible descriptions. I'm going to show you how we can create attention-grabbing descriptions for vehicle listings using ChatGPT, and then we can offer this as a service to dealers. Here in South Africa, there are over 1,700 car dealers, and there is an average of 40 vehicles per dealership. If you charge 50 Rand per listing and you update them once a month, you have a 2,000 Rand per month recurring revenue business. And if you do this for 50 auto dealers, which is less than 5% of the total number of dealers in South Africa, then you have a 100,000 Rand per month recurring revenue business. As stated earlier, this is just an example, but an example to show you what type of opportunities there are online. You just have to put your mind to it. Now that we got that out of the way, let me show you how. I'm going to be using Auto Trader for this example. So if we head over to any listing, as you will see here, this is for a 2018 McLaren 720S Coupe. Now this is an exotic vehicle, but even this vehicle doesn't have a proper description. Now we need to copy the title, the vehicle details, the extras, any other info that we can get on the vehicle. And then we need to paste it into a notepad for later. Now we want to head over to ChatGPT and then enter in this prompt. Write a detailed car listing about this vehicle and why anyone in South Africa would be very happy to buy it and spend hours driving it. Here are the details of the vehicle. Now you can edit this prompt accordingly. You can change it to whatever country you're from or whatever country you are targeting. Because remember, this is not only limited to your own country. You can do this worldwide. Then we want to head over to our notepad and then copy all the details that we have and then paste it into ChatGPT and hit enter. Now in just seconds, we have a detailed vehicle description. So it says, looking for a sports car that can offer you the ultimate driving experience? Look no further than the 2018 McLaren 720S Coupe. This stunning car is a used model with only 8,500 kilometers on the clock, making it a great choice for anyone in South Africa who wants a high-performance vehicle without the high price tag. Now remember, in our description, we never mentioned it's a high-performance vehicle. One of the standout features of this car is its full service history. This means that it has been well maintained throughout its life and is in excellent condition. The silver exterior is sleek and sophisticated, and the coupe body type gives it a sporty aerodynamic look that is sure to turn heads wherever you go. Now I can go on and go on, but as you can see, this is actually pretty good. Now if you compare this to the actual description on this listing, you can see for yourself how much better this is. So if you show this to a dealer, automatically they will be impressed. So that is how easy it is to create vehicle listings. Now all we need to do is to offer this service to auto dealers. And as stated earlier, if you just show them something like this, they will definitely be impressed. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I'm going to show you how to scale this business using automation. So if this business takes off and you have more dealers on board, obviously you cannot do this all by yourself. So I'm going to show you a simple solution that you can hand off to a VA or a PA. VA meaning virtual assistant, PA meaning personal assistant. So for this, firstly, we need an OpenAI account. Now this is the same account that you will use to log into ChatGPT, as it is the same platform. I will leave a link to OpenAI in the description. Now this is not free, but it is very reasonable. For example, the solution that we are going to be using is DaVinci, and that only costs 2 cents per 1,000 tokens, and they give you $18 in free credit. Now as you can see from my usage, I have only used $2.03 from the $18. And the reason we need an OpenAI account is because we need the API key. This will allow us to connect OpenAI to other platforms. The next thing we need is a Google form. So this is pretty simple. You just go to Google Forms. All you need is a Gmail account, and then we want to set up a new form. So I'm going to call this vehicle listing for GPT-3, and then we can add a description here if you want. So the first question is title, and then we want to create one more question, and this will be description. So that's it. That's all we need. Just 2 questions to be answered. Then we also need a Google Doc. So for this, all we need is a blank document. Here again, we just need a Gmail account. So I've just named this vehicle listing with GPT. And then the thing that's going to connect all this together is make.com. Now the reason that I'm using make.com is because it is much cheaper than Zapier. Firstly, you can use this using the free account, which you cannot do with Zapier. And even if you do go onto the paid account, make.com starts from $10.59 per month, whereas Zapier starts from $30 per month. I will leave the link in the description for make.com as well. And here it's pretty simple. The first thing we want to do is we want to create a scenario. Now we want to name this scenario. So I'm going to call it vehicle listing for GPT. And now the first thing I want to add is my Google form. So here I'm going to search for Google form. And now what do we want the Google form to do? So the trigger is we want it to watch for a new response. As you can see, there are other options here as well. Add a response, update a response, but we just want it to watch for new responses. So I'm going to click on that. Now it's going to ask me to connect my Google account. Now this as well is pretty simple. All you need is a Google account. So mine is already connected. Then the next thing it's asking me for is a spreadsheet. Now this is how we are going to get our spreadsheet. So we'll head over to Google Forms again, and then we're going to click on responses. Now as you see here, it has an option linked to sheets. So all we are going to do is we are going to click on it, and it's going to ask us, do we want to create a new spreadsheet or select an existing one? So I want to create a new spreadsheet. I'm going to click on create, and as you can see, it has created it. Now we're going to head over to make again. I'm going to refresh this so it picks up any new spreadsheets. And now again, I'm going to type in vehicle listing, and there's it here. So I'm going to choose this option, and then the sheet, it'll be sheet 1 or form responses 1. The limit is 2, so we can just leave it as default and click on OK. So now we have told it when someone fills in the form, we want it to do this. So what's the next step? We want it to connect to OpenAI. So I'm going to search for OpenAI. And now what do I want it to do? Do I want it to create a completion, create an edit, create a moderation, generate an image? As you can see, we can even generate an image using DALL-E 2 because it's part of OpenAI. But for this, we just want to create a completion. So I'm going to click on this. And now here as well is going to ask me to connect to my OpenAI account. Now all I need from here is just my API key. And to get this, I showed you, is simple. You just click on your account and then go to view API keys. And then from here, you can create a new secret key. And then all you'll do is you will paste that key into make.com, and this will allow it to connect to each other. Then it's going to ask us for model. Now this is the latest one, GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is ChatGPT. Now because this was just launched a few days ago, there are still some bugs and it's not working properly. So what we are going to choose is we are going to choose DaVinci 3, which is GPT 3 and which works perfectly. So I'm going to click on that, and then the prompt. Now I'm going to paste in the same prompt that I had in ChatGPT. So here, I'm just going to copy this part, and I'm going to go back into make, and then I'm going to paste it here. And then I want it to choose the title that we entered in Google Forms. So it must use that title and that description. And max tokens, we can actually leave this as default, but just for safety's sake, it's better if we make it 500. What this means is the output won't go overboard. So that means our content won't be too long. So we're just putting a limit on that to 500 tokens. And here temperature, we can leave that as default, everything else as default, and we can click on OK. So now we're telling it, once we fill in a Google form, the next thing is it needs to go to OpenAI and then answer the question. And then from there, what do we want it to do? That's why we created a Google Doc. So we want the output to then go into a Google Doc. So now we're going to search for Google Doc, and now we want to connect a Google Doc. Now, what do we want the Google Doc to do? So we can list a document, we can get content for a document, we can even create a new document. We can create a document from a template, and we can insert a paragraph to a document. That's the one we want. So we can have multiple listings on one page. So I'm going to click on this. Now here again, it's going to ask me to connect the account. This is pretty simple. All you need is a Gmail account. So I'm going to choose this account that's connected. This we're going to leave it as is. Document ID, that's where we want to click on. So we want to choose which document that the info needs to go into. So here's the one that we created, vehicle listing with GPT. So I'm going to click on this, and now the appended text, that is what do we want to go in this document. So from here, I want to choose OpenAI, and then I want to click on this drop down for choices. Now I want to add the text that it generates. And then I'm going to click on OK. And then I can click on save because we want to make sure that we save it. And currently it's off, as you can see here. So we can turn it on. And here you'll see this means how many times must it sync. So here it's saying every 15 minutes only, it will show us whatever new inputs that we have. Now with the free version, that's the limitation, that it only offers you every 15 minutes. But if you are on a paid version, then you'll have the option to change this. So I can just make this one, but the free version will work fine as well. And then I want to turn this on. So let's test it out. This is my Google form. And here I'm going to enter in firstly the title. I'll just paste it in here. I'm going to add in the description, and then I'm going to hit submit. So it says your response has been created. Now let's see if it worked. So as you can see now, in a few seconds, I got my output in the Google Doc. So it's saying, are you looking for a car that will turn heads and make driving an experience? Then the 2018 McLaren 720S Coupe is the perfect car for you. This sleek and stylish car is sure to be the envy of all your friends and family, and you love showing it off at every opportunity. The 2018 McLaren 720S Coupe is perfect for anyone looking for a powerful and sporty driving experience. So as you can see, in just a few seconds, it gave us an output. So now all we need to do is just to give the VA this Google form and also the Google Doc. Then they will just enter in all the vehicles, titles and descriptions, and they will get an output in the Google Doc. Now here as well in make.com, I just used an example of a Google Doc, but you can actually connect it to anything. So for example, if you want to connect it to Gmail, you want it to send an email, you can send an email. You want to connect it to another platform, you can connect it to another platform. You can do multiple things. I'm just showing you an example of what is possible. That is how you create a business with ChatGPT. Now, if you would like me to show you how to market this business, let me know in the comments below and I will create a follow-up video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it if you did, subscribe as well, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't signed up, sign up for my newsletter where I talk about AI and marketing. So until the next time, keep on untangling the web.